Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Advanced Tactics Gold episode number 11, I believe. Okay, so what to do before we end this next turn? A few things. First of all, we're going to keep creeping our headquarters forward, but because we're actually starting to build up quite a few, I know our oil reserves are back down to next to nothing again. We're fighting a losing war. No, I mean eventually we're going to catch up because we have this engineer which next, well, I guess 2 turns from now we'll be able to upgrade the oil here. Well, down here I should say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, upgrade. Yep. And this one in 1, 2, 3 turns is going to get to the next oil. And, well, gosh, I really hope at that point we start that we have a new plan, a better plan for what to do with all our oil usage, because then it comes up to level 2 upgrades, and level 2 upgrades are not cheap. I believe it's 40 political points for level 1, but it's 80 for level 2, including 160 for engineering points or something like that. It's very expensive, and it's like the gain of oil per political point is much better from 1 to 2 than it is from 2 to 3. Still, the gain from 2 to 3 is another 1,000 oil per thing. It goes from 1,000 to 2,000. It doubles, you know, but it did quadruple from 1 to 2 when it went from 250 to 1,000. But just thinking in terms of raw oil, it's a pretty good deal. Going from, like, the first one was plus 750 and then the second one is plus 1,000. Okay, so let's quickly, before I forget what I want to do here, I want to adjust some things. There's a lot of stuff I actually want to do. Alright, so we're going to get 4 armored cars, and because we already pay the cost to move them no matter what, we might as well move riflemen for free. Move. Yep, you guys also move here, I guess. And where do we want these to go? We're going to send 1 to each. But perhaps we'll do that. I think that the armored cars are not so necessary to put forward like quickly now. Okay, so we have armored cars at 1. We had this armored car was that's the one that was building up. Okay, so before I forget, I'm going to take the armored recon down from 14 to 13. This is going to get us below the attack stack limit, so you can see here stack points is now 33. Well, I mean, it's pretty small and maybe you can't read it, basically. But just trust me, this is going to take it down to 33, which it's easy to see. 4 times 5 is 20. And then 13 times 1 is, well, 20 plus 13 is 33. So this is going to put us below the attack stack if we're attacking with 3 of them. I think it's going to be beneficial. I was weighing in my head all the other possibilities, and I don't think like something like 3 and 10 is good. I don't like that ratio at all. It's too many riflemen per armored car, and now we're running into a problem where we actually have too many armored cars. So I want to be a little bit more aggressive with these attacks while not losing that many more riflemen. So I'm going to put the armored cars a little more at risk by reducing the ratio. We'll see how it goes. It might backfire on me, but we'll be able to backpedal from that kind of strategy by just introducing our tanks as soon as we can. However, political points are not doing us any favors right now. But it's not like we can really change that up because we need machine guns and we need riflemen. I'm also probably going to adjust the number of machine guns and infantry per thing. For now, I think I'm going to leave it. It's 50 and 4. Wait, did I not adjust it? No, yep, 46 and 4. So this will drop. Did I just do that this turn or something? Why is this one special? Why are you special? Were you too far away to give your forces back? You are not. And infantry is on return, yep. We'll keep an eye on this anomaly. Oh, this might have been the one in the forest here, which probably is... yeah, it cannot receive reinforcements. It's actually too hard to get... So we're going to have to cycle these guys in and out in order to give them reinforcements. Or maybe they couldn't get reinforcements until I move the headquarters here. Okay, so anyways, we move that next armored car, and we're going to move a little bit. I don't think that moving reduces your rail capacity. I think we already checked this, so we'll move, and there's our rail capacity still at 16,410. So we'll do a few more transfers. We're going to do the same thing as we were doing before. In fact, I might as well just put a whole bunch of armored cars in this one. We want at least 2, but should we just go crazy with it and add 8? Yes, we'll do that. And I'm not going to add riflemen. because we don't have any riflemen to add. So staff-wise, it looks like we're doing okay, which means I probably should adjust. This guy's split. Rifle, rifle, rifle. This guy's staff and rifle. Let's get them to be 50-50. I think I already adjusted that this turn, but now I'm adjusting it again, readjusting it. I mean, we're only producing 8 staff total. Is that correct? It is. Which is as many as armor cars as we're producing. So this might not be a good idea. Yeah, let's not chance it, because moving below the staff ratio would be worse than the marginal benefit we get from 8 extra riflemen. So let's not risk that. Yeah, but I mean, what we can see is we are quite capable of producing even another armored car division. We have how many? Oh no, 2,000. With 2,000 rail capacity, we can't really do much at all. So we'll just transfer the 8 riflemen here. It's going to be pretty much all we can do. And then we will switch this over, headquarters it with the blue. They're going to need more staff now, but that's fine. Actually, I mean, look at this staff ratio, 148 staff. This one is at 119 for 100%. So we probably need to start thinking about getting that 3rd army, which is going to take more political points. And we really want to get those tanks eventually. Even I had another idea. I mean, it was something I was considering, is what if we, instead of getting the tank, what if we were to get dive bombers? I don't think it's quite necessary yet. Dive bombers are a lot better against armor. I mean, do I have the ability to look at dive bomber? There it is. Okay, so let's look at the dive bomber. It's fuel for movement and all that is only the same as the armored car. That's not so bad. Combat stats. Armor, 900. So it doesn't attack quite as well as a tank would. But it attacks, well, I guess it's twice as good as an armored car. They're pretty good. I mean, especially because they don't usually face retaliation from the ground forces. It's like a free attempt. And they do prioritize the armor. One of the very few units that, well, I mean, one of the very few like artillery type units that prioritizes armor. Tanks prioritize armor first. So, okay. That is that. We have a new that. I want one more infantry here, just to keep pulling that. Just to keep pulling infantry from the headquarters, the supreme headquarters. And I like basically we're at a weird situation where I want more of everything. Well, I mean, it's not, that's pretty common probably. Everyone wants more than everything, but machine guns I want more of because I want to change this ratio eventually. This current, what is it, 46 and 4? I'm going to move it for sure more in favor of machine guns. And that, in addition to the fact that we're taking 1 rifleman out of every armored car, that's only like 18 riflemen, but it's a gain in some sense. We also have some armored cars here. This one's at 100. I think we can move this guy forward to here. I'm not going to advance into this little location because I just don't think it's a good idea. We do want to eventually attack into here, so if we can do that with this armored car, next turn that might lead to some promising situation. We want to try to cross this bridge. That's the goal. So I guess that's it. I still feel like there's something I'm missing. Okay, you're no logistics left. Nothing to do with them anyway. Machine guns. Well, we could pump some machine guns forward. Well, we have machine guns already waiting. This headquarters might be a little bit too far forward. I'd prefer for him to be like up here or back here. Really, probably back here. But then we move out of range of these guys. That's okay. We'll leave her there for now. Most people are within 100%, so she's fine. Moving them here is going to take this one from 100 to 80. This one from 100 to 80. So yeah, moving here would be perfect because everyone would be the same. We don't have that capability yet. We could if we wanted to send this unit to build a road, but that's a lot of work just to get one hex. And the front's going to be shifting. It's fine. Okay, let's end the turn. Okay, I saw an attack. I don't know what kind of losses we took there. Okay. Let's see what happened. Okay, we took 10 losses. We killed 48. That's like 5 to 1. Anything more than 3 to 1 is okay, so we'll take it. It was here? I don't remember. Okay, battle. Yeah, it was here. We just reinforced that too. Actually, we probably took more casualties just because we were over the attack stack limit, which I should be more careful about. It's one of the reasons why it would be nice to have the armor car down to either increments of 25 or 50. I'm kind of surprised we didn't do more damage because they were way over the attack stack as well. And we had 8 armor cars, for crying out loud. Yeah, I'm a bit surprised by that. Well, I think it'll be our turn to reciprocate. So all 3 of these artillery have 5 artillery. Okay, that's wonderful. Okay, let's start taking a look at what happened down here. Okay, this is an interesting situation. I think what I want to do is actually bombard this unit. You don't have any artillery yet. Probably want to bombard this unit, even though it doesn't have that much non-armored, doesn't have that much soft target. Because hopefully it'll weaken them, lower their readiness. Or we could just wait them out, starve them out by bombarding these guys to make sure that they don't counterattack in to save their surrounded comrades. Tough choices here. I think the best thing will be for me to attack this. Oh, we can't attack that unit because this little stream right there, which I wasn't paying attention to. So the only way we can attack this guy is if that unit moves over. Now, if we bombard it first, the armor car's at 55, the rifleman's only 22 of them, and they're at 80% readiness. I think we can do it. Now, if we cut them off, unfortunately, the downside is this unit's going to be free to roam. Not necessarily. What if we attack this unit using these 2 armored cars? Yeah, you're not capable of helping. We'll get this unit to be armored recon. Its readiness is at 70, so it's going to filter some more armored cars back into here, which is nice. We'll have some armored cars in reserve. So that's probably what I should be doing more often, is putting like stacks of 8 into these armored car groups, and then shifting them back to the army headquarters, which means that 4 of those will be dumped back as a reserve. Oh, they blew their bridge. Okay, well, just when we were getting really excited about everything. They don't need it, frankly, if they're being supplied from the south. Which puts a lot of pressure on these 2 hexes, because if we can take this one, well, we're getting close to the breakout ourselves. And this one is going to cut off this unit, since supply is going to have to go over the stream. Now, it might be able to. Let me see. Yeah, it actually can. 20... What? I think that the river doesn't act as a penalty for the AI. Maybe that's what's happening there. Huh. Okay, we'll have to keep that in mind. So it doesn't matter. I don't know how much it is to repair a bridge if it costs the same amount of action points as just building one. Okay, so this is the most sensible thing to me. Attack. Oh boy. I think this is what I want to do. You only have 4 artillery, but this is going to be devastating. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, that's working really well. Okay, so they were down to 5 readiness. My goodness, no entrenchment. Lowered their morale a fair amount. 6 dead. The armored car retreated as well, so that... Wait, what? Oh, I think they all go to retreat. No. There's 3 in the attack still. Yeah, it definitely took a hit. 14, so probably the last round, which for some reason didn't get displayed. Yeah, it definitely retreated. So, we'll go ahead and put the pressure on here. This is going to put a lot of pressure on whatever unit, I mean, I guess this one, that's going to have to fill the gap there, but it's necessary. These are just the necessities of war. And... attack. Yes. Okay, well, we didn't kill as many units as I would have hoped, but the main goal of this was just to cut units off. Not to actually... Oh my gosh, they retreated there. Holy hell. That was most unexpected. Oh god. I got a historical gamer. He's in my Discord. And I forgot I'm in my Discord. Okay, anyways, let's quickly move on before historical can... So the good news is that this first unit is just useless. Just useless. But the bad news is this is actually still a pretty fierce fighting force. Okay, you are needed here. You can attack? No, damn it. You can attack. Okay, with the trucks, they can't cross this, I guess. They cannot cross a river. No, they can. Trucks take only 30 extra to cross the stream. So we have to block them. It's either attack or block. What are we going to do? They don't have... God, that's a lot. If we wait one turn... Like, we can pretty much surround them. We can move this unit here, move this unit here. Oh, God. And we'll have next turn the capability of using more artillery, I believe. What's artillery's movement? Oh, God. So along the road they can move 40, and then planes is 50. Is that the case? Planes. Perfect. So they can actually still get here. Okay, good. So next turn we'll have some more artillery in this area. Man. Okay, I'm going to bombard this. I was thinking of bombarding one of these two, but just to keep this unit from breaking out, we're just going to attack them directly. It's kind of a waste because we're killing units that are going to die anyway, if you want to think of it that way. That the artillery could be attacking these units, which are not necessarily going to die. We can be limiting, and these forces are basically, we can write them off as dead in some sense. Man, this is tough. Okay, so do we do the attack or not? If we don't do the attack, again, they can get out. Well, some of them. This unit cannot. And you know what? They do have to move here and then cross a stream. No, this is marsh. Can trucks move in marsh? Swamp. They cannot! Ah, yes, we have it. Okay, so we might as well attack them. We could starve them out. Actually, we could just starve them out. We can push them here. I don't want to push them there, though, because then I won't surround them on them as many times. No, we're going to attack. We're going to attack them immediately. And see how it goes. And that went extremely well. We lost 6 units. At what cost? Very little. So, you know, like 7 to 1 ratio in terms of infantry. We also got 3 trucks, 2 infantry guns, an armored car for like, and add to that total. That was a wonderful, wonderful thing. Now, this is really interesting. Do we try to pull back? I think so. Lure another unit out? Yeah, I guess that's the right thing to do. And let's support this better over there. And this group with 8 armored cars, they'll return some and they'll be probably at normal fighting condition starting next turn. This artillery can bombard here or here, so that's a good position for it. This one can then start bombarding the front. Okay, we're good there. We also have this artillery, and this unit is just kind of in a bad position. Also low readiness. Okay, this is for sure going to be attacked just to kill units, just to kind of neutralize the front. So we'll bombard it to prep it for an attack. The green bar, by the way, is their actual unit readiness. You can see it's very low. They're probably down to like 10%. Yeah, 11. We killed 12 units. That's actually pretty substantial because it's for free, right? Artillery doesn't, there's no counter bombardment going on here. Now, unfortunately, we have a lot of infantry who will have to be involved in this, and they have 2 armored cars. Okay. We're going to use... They're both dug in at 180, which is quite good. We'll use the 12th since they have lower experience. The other armored cars, and we could sneak another infantry into the attack. It would put us over the attack stack. I think I'm going to hold there. Let's see what happens. Yeah, this was a good attack. We lost an armored car. That's the machine gun sound effect too. That's pretty cool. Killed an armored car, lost an armored car. That's a fair exchange in my opinion at this point because they're building armored cars with their cities. I'm building them with factories. And we lost, you know what, this was not as good of an attack as I was hoping. This was actually not a success. We lost a machine gun. And that was not worth it. Not worth it, not worth it. Do we want to advance forward? Should we start tiptoeing the line forward? That's a good question. First of all, from a headquarters standpoint, they're going to tiptoe out of our command range. These guys are already at 80%. These guys are 100, but here they'll be at 80. So we're starting to tiptoe out of the range, and that means we want probably a road built here. Actually, it's funny because they built a road here. They were like helping us out. We actually we stopped there helping us out, but we did it because we were trying to kill more of their units. So now we still have this unit to deal with, or this one. I don't know which. So we have 3 functional artillery. I say let's do 2 here, 5th and 3rd. Yeah, that's gonna be 10. Rumble, rumble, rumble. That was quite effective. Still have plenty of units with some fighting spirit left. Down to 25. Lowered their entrenchment significantly, but it's not gone. Killed 9. Killed 5 engineers, 3 militia. So still a pretty potent fighting force. Definitely way over the attack stack limit. My goodness. 120. We call that 110, I should say. Some trucks, infantry gun, armored cars. Oh, yeah, and then add another 40. Yeah, they're at like 150 or so. Now we do still have a little bit of... actually this is interesting. I could move this unit forward. It took 55. What did it take? 45? Oh, these units are slightly lower in action points because of the riflemen? Barely, though. Okay, you and you both attack. You'd have 50 action points left to attack this unit, which we could bombard first, and it is fairly weak. And this would force their supply to travel through the swamp. Ah, gosh. This is a really powerful hex, though, and I think it's really over the attack stack limit. Let's start counting. So we'll start with this 24 truck. Let's call this 40. Plus 50 and 30. So 80 plus the 40 is 120. We're up to 120. Call this 20 more. 140. Just call that 10. 150. So 150 there. Yeah, it is over the attack stack, but they're also, wow, they're not that high on readiness, but these guys are really low on readiness. We might be able to do more damage here. Although we could have, Well, where are we going to attack? If we attack here, we shouldn't attack in the same spot. We're not going to attack here. This is just crazy. So let's bombard here. Okay. Go ahead and give us what you got. Readiness is extremely low. Killed 6 units, 3 militia, 6 riflemen. So, yeah, I think it's time for the attack. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, I guess we'll be moving forward. And we can move forward in support with this one, which I think we will do. Actually, well, this is kind of crazy. There's another possibility here. We could attack this hex, which would cut off these units. Not really. Push them more into the swamp. Because I think we can take these guys. 1 armor car at 22, 1 armor car at 1. And like 12 units here, 5. They have like 17 ground forces and 2 armored cars. But both the armored cars are, well, only 1 armored car is at 22. We only have 3 armored cars, though. We must have lost 1 in this group. The back and forth discussion of whether to attack or not continues. Ad infinitum. Well, at least ad nauseum. You want to follow up on these attacks because they are so low on readiness. I think I gotta do it. Both of these guys can attack. Then I can shift 1 unit. No, you can't shift. Ah, but you can shift. Okay, we're going to do it. We're going to attack with these 2. See what happens. We're still losing a lot of riflemen because we are attacking with these infantry. And they were able to scramble out, so that was not a success. 10 to 10, and 10 to 9.5 since I like to count those militia for half. Which kind of makes me think I should move forward there, but I could be attacked on like every side, so we won't. Now, that was like kind of an ill omen, but no, I'm still gonna do it. It was free for this guy to move forward if you're wondering what I'm doing. Because I forgot he was part of the initial attack. So now we can do the attack from, well, basically from multiple sides. Here, here, and here. This puts us at 146 out of 150. That's a nice positive omen. So go ahead and attack. Okay, that one a lot better. 2 and a machine gun, which will count for 2, let's say. So 4 to 20, 25, let's say. So like, something like 8 to 1, 9 to 1. Since the machine gun is actually 2.5, might as well count it as 3. I guess that's 6 to 1. No, that's right. It's 5 to 1. Then 2 infantry guns. Okay, well, that was good. That was good. Do I want to move in there? Well, maybe. Puts extra pressure on this guy. I think so. Nope. 6. Yeah. And you know what? We actually have these armored cars from the back, which can help out as well. Oh, and they can also attack. Didn't know that. This unit might actually be attacked by 3 sides, so I'm going to go ahead and, yeah, move this guy in. And that should be... oh. Move this guy forward. So you can see the armor car had to move up because it can't can't move into the swamp. Now, we did a bombardment on this. How many armored cars do we have in this area? We have 1, 2, and then 1. Alright, let's go for it. You, and we have 2 armored cars there, and you, and that is 132. That's too many. The 18th is actually pretty fresh. It's the first one I moved up. It's low on, a little bit low on readiness as well, so we'll go ahead and attack with these 3. Not sure how well this will go, but we'll find out. Okay, wow. Holy cow, what's even going on? We won! Yeah, I am surprised. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I mean, we can see the numbers in a second. This looks good, though. Quite good. Lost 11, killed 50. Wow, so 5 to 1 over that with the militia. Truck, 14 engineers, which are, what do we count for those? For 2, I think. Infantry gun, pretty impressive stuff. And the readiness is really low. That might warrant a follow-up attack. What do they have here? Yeah, definitely. Anybody who can attack, move in, continue the attack. Well, we could even attack with one more, but... Oh. Huh. I moved one of these guys forward. Who was it? The 11th? The 11th. Yeah. I accidentally moved the 11s forward. That's fine. They can attack. They can get in on this. Okay, so we lost 5 more units, but look at all these surrenders. That's why the follow-up attack... This is what I was expecting in the other follow-up attack. Just kind of like overrunning their forces. That one armor car got away from me twice. I don't think I'm going to move here. It's nice because it's pocketed by stream, but I can't attack across the stream with armored cars, so we'll probably sit on that. And actually, frankly, I need to redistribute some forces here. I guess you can move here. Oh, you know what? I can just redistribute the forces from here. Okay, the 16th move. We're out of fuel! No! It happened. It finally happened. Okay, so what happens at this point is they can still move at the non-mobile. So out of fuel attack, out of fuel movement is divided by 3, which means I have 1/3 the number of action points, or if you want to think about it a different way, terrain costs 3 times as much to move through, which mostly just limits me to moving like 1 hex. On the road, I think you can still move 2, even out of fuel. So that's great, because we were talking about this just last turn, and we've seen exactly firsthand that it's going to be difficult to keep an offensive going. I really wish we had any units with which to weaken this group, because I guess we did bombard them, but if they push back, oh man, it's going to be brutal. So this is a lot more interesting. It's been a very dynamic turn. Good pocket and elimination in the south. How's our staff looking? I mean, hell, we are losing a lot of people. Okay, yeah, staff is going to be a problem. So we need more staff. Okay. How's machine guns are actually doing extremely good. So let's go ahead and make the switch. Let's go 42 and 8. We're losing a lot of riflemen, not a lot of machine guns lost so far, so we'll go 42 and 8. Put a lot more pressure on our machine guns to give us some results. How's our stockpile looking? 10,000, so it's slowly growing. That's exactly how I want it. These units are really too far away from the main headquarters. I should really just pull them off and add them to the second army. Like, this is 2 hexes away from this guy. And wait, I see infantry. Oh, this infantry is completely ready to go. Can they... Ah, darn it. Move them here. And maybe move the 13th forward. No, that's... I mean, I'm worried about the fuel situation. That's why I'm kind of trying to be conservative now. Okay, so the fuel is going to be over, and I think I'm going to be okay with that. None of these guys can move anyway. Okay, so you move 1, you move 1, you stay here, I guess. I think I'll create a new division here. Formation, I should say. make this artillery as well. We do need the artillery in the north. He probably got the artillery he needs, yep. So having now, it's, you know, it's a little bit of a strange situation because we'll have a little bit of artillery left over all the time. You know, since we're building only 4 a turn and we're asking for 5 a turn, every now and then we'll have to not ask for 1 so that it can slowly catch up. It doesn't look like we're seeing a lot of movement in the north. However, moving across this stream is just going to cut us off from supply. So we're going to keep holding on the east side. Hold the east bank. This unit is just really, really terrifying. I'm a little worried. Okay, well, I think that's all we're going to do for this turn, which was quite a lot already. You're at 60%. Yeah, I don't want them to be that low. Do we have any other infantry who can come fill the place? No. Okay, let's make another infantry here. Are we even producing enough infantry? I mean, okay, so next turn... Oh, I forgot to move my engineers of all people. So you go here. And you... Yeah, we need this oil desperately. Desperately need it. So go here and give us that oil. I may even just build one road right here so that the first army can sit here. And I'm pretty sure the third army is what's going to commandeer these forces. Maybe even a couple of these guys. And we're going to just protect the south. I don't know if we're going to be advancing. They'll probably sit on the oil, the HQ itself. And this road can actually be built here, 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 and here. Well, and here actually. So that we can get to Yution very quickly. That's going to just... Basically, if you're coming down this way, you just go like that. Woo! So just a little road right above the mountain pass. Well, you actually hit the low mountains for a little bit of it. Yeah, I like that. So right now we're a little bit short on riflemen, although that's going to be changed a great deal when these machine guns start flooding into the infantry groups. Speaking of that, though, does that mean we should lower machine guns and get more? I don't think so. How many riflemen are we producing? 52, which is not a lot, and 32 machine guns. Actually, yes. I think I will cut this down to that. 40 and 8. Plus 60. Yeah, I like that. No, I like that because one of our infantry groups itself right now is 42 and 8. So we're doing 72 and 24, which is 48 and 16. So yeah, we're still overproducing a bit since we're at 48 and 16, just to break the ratio down, do 2/3 of each. And 48 and 16, you can see that that's much more machine gun heavy than 42 and 8. Because 48 and 16, you divide it by 2 and you get 24 and 8 instead of 42 and 8. So that's good, though. We're still producing a lot of extra machine guns, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Because I think we'll get a few more riflemen back now that we're lowering the rifleman ratio. We already have those riflemen in existence. That's a bad example because that one actually had. But like this one, 46, we're going to get 4 riflemen there. And, well, 2 riflemen there. And okay, we're actually low on riflemen. Just low on riflemen. We're low on everything. I guess the other thing I can do, although I really don't want to, is I can lower my political points to get a few more riflemen. Let's do that. It's basically delaying the amount of time it takes for us to get... Wait a second. Okay, we need... Next turn we're going to get this raw, and we need this oil. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. We can get this oil. So I need to use this one because the engineering points is at 160. Next turn it goes to 200, which is the cap. So just to be efficient and never waste engineering points. This one's actually at 80. It'll be at 120 next turn, so we don't need the political points next turn for that. We could just have the engineer wait, or maybe even build a road, which doesn't require... I mean, speaking of the road, yeah. So I think this is what we're going to do. This engineer is going to build a road. You know what? It can build a road to here. This is going to get First Army pretty far ahead, which means that we do need to build a headquarters, which also unfortunately takes a lot of political points. But before we do that, let's see, is it possible? We already have the light tank researched. So we can go over here. It's only 22 for a new model, but we aren't there yet because we actually need to start paying for these. Now, once I go below the 20 political point mark, I'm at the point of no return where I cannot get both the road and the oils next turn. 64, 42, 11. Okay, it's 34 for the next thing, which we can't get no matter what. Okay, let's see what the difference is between armored cars and standard light tanks. We won't have a standard light tank, but I believe its oil consumption and all that is the same. So they are 5 to move, 20 for attack, fuel. Okay, they are much more efficient per fuel. So standard light tanks, I think they are in combat double the attack stack, right? Stack points 5 versus 10, yeah. So they're about the same. They're less stack point efficient in terms of killing infantry, but more stack point efficient in terms of killing armor. And they're also less threatened by infantry. I mean, just much more so. So armor cars are better against infantry, which is mostly what we're facing right now. So it's good that we haven't been building our tanks yet. We have the capability of doing this design, making the design. If we wait one more turn, I think it would be better to do... Oh, it's 29 now. I wonder why it goes up. Ah, 3 new improvements. So what was that? It was at 22 and went up to 29, which is 7. It doesn't make sense. That's not. It should have gone up by 6, which would mean 2 political points per upgrade, but it didn't. It's some weird ratio. I don't know what the math is. The math is not obvious. Okay, I think we'll have to do this next episode then. But that's exciting. We're just on the verge of doing it. But it's more fuel efficient, so we have to do it this turn. Ah! If I do any one of these, I can't do them anyway. Okay, let's do it. We're going to do it. Which means we'll only be able to get 1 fuel next turn. We'll get this one. We'll build the road. We're going to stick with that original plan. Sounds good. I'm out of breath, but this is exciting. Let's do the correct thing. And just kidding. We'll do it next turn. Let me think more about it. Alright, so the beginning of next turn, we'll build the tank. We'll see what happens there. Until then, off camera, I'll try to think about what other things I need to be doing. Oh, for example, we need to move this thing, and actually we can't even move it because of fuel concerns. Oh, we can. Okay, so these guys can move because of fuel concerns, 2 because of the road. No sense in separating my armored cars because they can't move any faster anyway. So we'll move this group here, which is possibly where they could stay. They are a lot closer. They are, definitely getting transports to the front faster. And I always wanted this unit to be potentially in charge of any units that need to counter a movement across the stream. Doesn't look like we'll need to do that. Looks like we're going to hold from choke point to choke point pretty well. I mean, definitely the north is held, not even contested. And the south, we've done a good job just eliminating any forces they come across. Even though they have had space in front of them to break through, we've been able to eliminate them. Now, I mean, just in real life, this wouldn't be a discrete turn round. You play around, I play around. So you can imagine like this was like a breakthrough, and then we collapsed on it, and there was fighting, and like an unsuccessful breakthrough, basically. But the way it plays out in a turn-based game is they move here, and then we surround them and attack. It's kind of funny. It makes it seem like they were much more stupid. But anyway. Okay, so that's basically my curtain call. I gotta go. This is a long episode for one round, but a lot of exciting things are going to happen. So thanks for watching, and until the next episode, take care.